I hear Eric Helms and Abel talk repeatedly about auto-regulating food intake. But I seem to have always a hard time letting go of tracking, since I seem to be a bit neurotic and I get best results if I stick to it. So do you still track calories and protein, or do you just do it in your head, or only when cutting, for example?
Yeah, so like I track most of the time, but my degree of tracking is I track every meal's macros. So I type it in my phone, proteins, carbs, fats, and that's it. Actually don't track calories at all because macros completely proxy calories. So it's two birds with one stone. What I will say is if macro counting is bringing you no anxiety whatsoever, and it's just something you're so used to doing that it happens automatically, track away. If macro tracking is bringing you real anxiety, makes you feel really constrained, then sometimes you can get away from tracking macros and just take a little macro tracking vacation, especially in a maintenance phase or something like a week of just maintenance eating, especially not right after a cutting phase, maybe like right after a massing phase. Like I did a short week over this past holidays where I basically didn't track anything in my macros for one whole week. I just didn't track macros. I still knew how to eat because I just eat protein-based meals, but surprisingly, I actually underate a little bit. It was weird not tracking macros, but I felt really rested. And when I came back to tracking macros earlier this past week, I felt great. So I think it's cool to get away from macro tracking. But if it doesn't bring you a lot of anxiety, you're just so used to doing it that it's just second nature, keep doing it. Who cares?
Okay, and I heard RP is coming out with an app as well to track. What's the difference with MyFitnessPal, for example?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So RP's app is out. Currently, it's available for a 2-week free trial, and then it costs money after that. Not a lot of money, and it's like going to be close to I don't know what the conversion rate for euros is, 10, 12 euros a month or something like that, unless the European Union taxes you for apps, which it probably does, so it's back to 15. But the difference is the RP Diet app is not a tracker. There's actually nowhere in the app currently, this might change later to some small extent, there's nowhere in the app currently where you type in what you ate. There's no macro tracking. What it is you tell the app when you wake up, when you go to sleep, when you train, how hard you train, and what your goals are. And it literally develops a meal schedule for you and tells you when to eat. You pick your protein sources, you pick your carbohydrate sources and your fat sources, and for each meal, and it tells you exactly how much of those things to eat to meet your goals. You weigh in with the app multiple times a week, and it updates your diet for you, changes your macros for you so that you stay on track for your goals. You don't have to do any thinking. You just have to do what the app says. All you pick are your favorite foods. The app does the rest. So it's not like MyFitnessPal at all. You don't have to scroll through tons of lists. You don't have to track stuff. It is a diet coach in your pocket. So it's definitely something pretty interesting.
Okay, very interesting. I'm going to try that.
Cool.